All right, so in this problem here, we're going to take a look at all the different relationships. So it says drag around all four vertices of the following quadrilateral a significant amount until the vertex turns dark. So I'll do that with you right now. So that one turned dark. That has turned dark. That one turned dark. And that one turned dark. So now I have now created, so it looked like it started like a square, and now I have created a new quadrilateral. Now I think this is a rectangle. Now I had just tried to make a video with you before this one, and when I dragged it around, it was just a regular quadrilateral, nothing special. So I didn't choose to do that one. That might happen. You might just get some random quadrilateral, however you drew it. Not a big deal. But again, I think this is a rectangle. So now it says afterwards, drag and drop the properties of the quadrilateral that remains true, no matter what, as you drag the quadrilateral around. So again, you're not always going to get a rectangle like me. You might get a rhombus, you might get a square, you might get nothing, you might get a parallelogram. So now we're just going to take a look at the different things. So notice up here, I can choose to measure, so the measurements of different things. So right now it says, 4 main side lengths, and they have them listed. So now down here, you have to write down or move what's going to be true. So right now, from the 4 main side lengths, I can see that the opposite sides are congruent. So you look here, opposite sides are congruent. But notice that not all 4 sides are congruent. This is not a rhombus or a square. This is a rectangle. So I'm not going to move that. It's not always true. Okay. All right. So now what can I measure next? The 4 main angle measures. Okay. Well, I got 90, 90, 90, 90. So a couple things. First of all 4 right angles, so they're all congruent. Secondly, opposite angles are congruent. That is true in a rectangle. What else about angles? The sum of all the angles equals 360. That is true. It just so happens 90, 90, 90, 90 is. Okay. All right. I can, what else can I measure? So there's the angles, right? I think that's good. Yeah. 4 main side slopes. Okay, so why would I use this? Well, we should know that slopes of parallel sides are congruent, right? So A, B, and C, D have the same slope. So do B, C, and AD. I know they're decimals, but it's not a big deal. Those are not measurements, those are slopes, right? So the opposite sides are parallel. Okay. I could have also used this right here, and I could have said that the consecutive angles are supplementary, which means that the lines are parallel as well. And now notice the rest of them involve diagonals. So let's take a look at the diagonal lengths. Okay, so AC and BD, which are the diagonals, are both 6.5. So they are congruent. So the diagonals are congruent. That's a rectangle property. The diagonals also do bisect each other because AE and EC, the 2 parts of AC, are 3.25. So the diagonals bisect each other. And now we're talking about the other angles. So now we're going to look at the main angles cut by the diagonals. So EAD, so EAD is this angle here, and EAB is this angle. So notice that these angles are different measures, 38 and 52, at each vertex. So the angles at A are different, the angles at B are different. So the diagonals do not bisect the interior angles, right? That's in a rhombus, not in a rectangle, okay? But now angles at the intersection, so these are all at E. And notice that they're not all right angles, so the diagonals also do not intersect at a right angle. They're not perpendicular. So these are the only these are the 7 that are always true for this figure, which is a rectangle. Okay, and these 3 are not. So when you submit your answer, it's going to say, "Are you sure?" It doesn't have a solution added yet, but you are correct. It will tell you to stop if you are going to be wrong and have you go back. But again, you don't know what shape you're going to get when you drag those vertices, and don't stop dragging until the vertices turn dark. Okay, this is just to emphasize the properties of rectangles, rhombuses, and squares. All right, very good. Good luck on the homework.